Good morning, third grade. I wanted to walk you through how to get to your reading log and how to make sure you're filling it out accurately. That's a really important part because the whole reason we're logging our reading is to take a look at kind of what our reading behaviors are and make sure that we're shifting them if we need to. Remember all of the things I noticed when I looked at my reading log? My nonfiction text was taking me a lot longer. I wasn't reading 20 minutes any of the times that I got into my independent reading time. And I wasn't reading as many pages in my nonfiction reading. So that was definitely something that I wanted to work on as I set my reading goals. Okay, let me show you more of my screen here. The first thing I'm going to do is get to my reading log. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but the easiest way that I found it is to go to this little grid up here. Lots of different things you can get to here. You can get to your Gmail if I've sent you a book, but what I want to get to right now is my Google Drive. And I have a couple of different Google accounts, so I need to make sure I'm on my school one. And I'm going to have a lot of different documents in here. So instead of wasting my time scrolling through everything, I am just going to type in reading log, and because all of yours are saved onto my account, I need to add my name. So this should look familiar. This is what I used to show you kind of how to even start this a long time ago. You'll remember that the highlighted sections need to be filled out before you start reading. So if I'm completing this today, it's the 18th, only fill in today's date, and only fill in the title of the book you're reading. So let me show you what book I've chosen to read today. I want to read a nonfiction book because right now we're practicing all of the different strategies for how to make sure we understand nonfiction. So I chose Fun Food Inventions from Epic. So now I'm going to go back to my reading log, Fun Food Inventions. This is going to be informational, a synonym for nonfiction. And because I haven't previously started this book, I'm just going to be starting on page 1. Also, maybe I'm going to make a little note right here for minutes read. Maybe if I definitely don't know how to start a timer, or if I'm just sitting down and reading, there's no other way for me to track how many minutes I read unless I write down my start time. If you have a timer, you don't have to worry about this because you'll say, Alexa, set the timer for 25 minutes, and you'll automatically know when that timer goes off. That's how long you've read. Otherwise, you might want to make a little note there. Now, let's fast forward in our time machine and pretend that it is the end of my independent reading time. I made it all the way to page 25. Which means I read 25 total pages, and I'm going to look at the clock. Wow, now it says 10:19. That means I read 19 minutes. Which means I have 6 more minutes that I need to use to fill my goal of a reading stamina of 25 minutes. So I'm going to choose another book, which means I have another entry in my reading log. I'm probably not going to get to 25 pages this time. So I would choose another book, fill out the highlighted sections, and then this is probably going to be anywhere between maybe 6 minutes to get to my reading goal of 25, or if you're reading much longer than that, it's going to be more minutes. Fewer pages, but it's okay to have 2 entries on the same day, especially if your first entry did not meet your reading stamina. All right, friends, time to access your reading log.